Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Czech versus Blade here on Dalaran. Here we see Czech spawning as the red Night Elf over here at what I'll call the 3 o'clock position. Meanwhile, maybe 3:30 position. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, we have Blade spawning as the blue human over here on the top left. They call MN. I don't know what that really means, but then again, I can't read Korean either, so it really doesn't help. Anyways, let's gonna go ahead and break things down in this human versus Night Elf matchup. I believe I've casted some Blade games in the past, maybe a long time ago. But one of the reasons why I wanted to cast Blade today is, well, he's a human player that isn't romantic. I've been casting so many human replays that's been romantic versus 120, romantic versus focus, romantic versus... You'd think I have some sort of romance with him, but I don't. It just seems to be a lot of the replays are in fact... all the human replays are in fact of him. If there are some other replays in Fee playing human, I will try and showcase some of those matchups as well. But hopefully you guys are just sitting down. I don't know, some people said they grab dinner and watch one of my replays, or not my replay because, you know, I don't play that well. Watch my cast, and hopefully you guys are enjoying all of these. If you guys like it, give it a thumbs up, do a subscribe. At this stage in the game, I don't think I'm going to be jumping up in terms of subscribers into the, you know, the 100,000 range anytime soon. But we do have a Warden opening up coming in from Czech. So a Warden first coming in from Czech as we now take a look. Archer doing his, or her best, excuse me. It is female representation in the workplace. Getting credited for work. I don't know if the Ancient of War is male or female, but, well, it's still going to be doing a lot of job there as you see a rogue now coming across to engage. Damage is being done here, and now as the Enforcer, well, is missing a couple of key targets. This is actually bad news there, as the rogue is trying to get some damage across multiple units. The Warden should be able to get to level 2 off of this creep camp fairly easily, but there is a lot of damage being absorbed by the Ancient of War that has to be repaired by the Wisp. Taking a look back across over here, the Rogue is now looking to back off once again. The Brigand still doing all of that piercing damage. It looks as though the Rogue will get taken down finally. The Warden will be very close to level 2 after this one creep camp, picking up a little bit of a tome right there. Meanwhile, Dalaran, other end of the map, Archmage will be getting to level 2. Looks like he picked up a Manual of Health, Ring of Protection, and Circlet of Nobility, giving him, well, an additional 100 hit points over what he would normally have, sitting from 475 to 575. Now, what is the long-term plays here? Warden is moving out, does have Boots of Speed, will be able to move around the map fairly fast. Now, the center portion of this map is similar to Lost Temple, except for there's a lot more room to maneuver. Warden looking to perhaps try to use line of sight here. These trees, however, don't really block the vision or the path as a Shadow Strike does go down onto the Archmage. You can see the Warden is trying to do that hit and run tactic and is now able to run around fairly fast as the Warden's still just dancing around here. This could potentially be a problem though, as the Warden does not want to use all of the Moonwell juice just to try and heal up. Now, you did take a look. There are militia off over here as well, and the militia are trying to clear out the entire center portion of this creep camp. Warden chasing desperately after this Archmage. Shadow Strike does finally go down. That range seemed actually much larger than I thought it would be, as the Warden now needs to back off. Down to 136 hit points, the Warden will be forced to retreat here. Boots of Speed not enough to lay down the pressure as the Archers are now trying to run away once more. Archers trying to get away. Meanwhile, Footmen and all those other units are chasing after them. Archer does get taken down by a Rogue in the back as the units of Blade now going to be clearing up the remainder of this creep camp here. Archmage will not get to level 2 though, as all the militia are now backing off. A key thing lost though is that Blade still does not have a tech started to tier 2. With so many of the militia being called out to battle, you can see now that there is actually a big loss in terms of overall lumber supply. Warden may be trying to come back again after that Archmage, no, still wandering around here. There is one Archer hiding off in position, making it difficult for the Archmage to run around once again, as the Archmage may try to get another Shadow Strike, does not do it, now running back again. Alright, what do all of these militia militia mean? Do we have a lumber mill? No, we do not. What is really going on? Are we perhaps going to be looking at a lot of towers here in just a moment? And it could be just mass arcane towers. Warden does not have Fan of Knives. This could potentially be very bad once again, as we are at Tree of Ages. We are going for an additional dual Ancients of War, as we are now speed building scout towers. All right, this is not the strategy that Warden thought she would be going up against. The archers now trying to fight back against footmen with Defend. This is rather difficult, and now the Warden really wants to perhaps get some more Fan of Knives off, as the Panda does join in on the fight. The Panda at tier 2 is going to be the big difference here, as the Warden still has not chosen a second ability. Shadow Strike, Breath of Fire, all of these abilities could be used here in just a moment. There we go. Are we going to see a Fan of Knives? Not quite sure why we haven't seen it as of yet. The Fan of Knives would be extremely impactful in this overall fight, as the Warden perhaps wants to leave that open just in case it needs to try and get away very, very quickly with a blink. Warden still fighting her way through. Panda could be using a Moonwell here in just a moment. The Warden still sitting at level 2. Fan of Knives would actually be perfect right now. Not quite sure why she hasn't used it as of yet, as you now see more units getting through. All right, are we going to perhaps see a Fan of Knives? Panda does get taken down, should get resurrected here. One Fan of Knives would take down so many units. Not quite sure why it actually isn't taking place yet. All right, Warden continuing this fight once more. Warden is going to be able to Shadow Meld, now trying to back away once again. Water Elementals joining in. Archer now trying to pull back here. We should be looking at a Resurrection on the Panda, which will have enough for another Breath of Fire. But you can see the towers are just absolutely getting repaired so far. All right, let's take a look at this tower. Could get taken down. There it goes. Warden sitting at level 2 right now, down to 149 hit points. Scroll of Town Portal in order to get back behind enemy or behind friendly lines, as the archers may try and engage again. Warden needs to heal back up. There you go. You can take a look. Ancient of War is absorbing a lot of damage. No Fan of Knives as of yet, as the Panda may try to come back out, get a Breath of Fire across multiple units, and still level 2 or level 2 the next level should be very big now. Okay, 2 abilities to be used. What is going to happen? Double use. There's the Fan of Knives finally. Shadow Strike finally coming across. Warden now trying to get away. Could use another Fan of Knives here in just a moment. Panda still plenty of mana away from a Breath of Fire, as we still do not have any sort of pressure opening. All right, Warden is going to be in big trouble. Is it going to be able to get a Shadow Strike or a Fan of Knives off? There it goes, a Fan of Knives before getting taken down, as the footmen are able to start fighting back once more. All right, Panda picking and choosing his targets. You can take a look at the archers. Should be able to just focus down whatever unit tries to get a bit too close, as the Panda does get closer and closer. Now at level 2. Level 2 does get Drunken Brawler open. Let's take a look back off to the north. One guard tower is in fact operational, as the archers are trying to rejoin in on the fight back down here in the south. All right, Archer does get taken out there. More arrows going to get volleyed out once again, as the Panda using a Clarity Potion back inside his base to perhaps launch another Breath of Fire. All right, Panda up to 140. It does have a Potion of Healing as well. Is it going to be able to come across there? It does try to heal back up. There's a Breath of Fire hitting a lot of those units, as the Panda is looking fairly strong. No Arcane Tower to remove the mana though, as it looks as though this Moonwell will get taken down. All right, 34 over 36 compared to 27 over 50. Arcane Vault now being added as well. Panda in the front line absorbing a lot of damage, as the Warden should be able to make its way out momentarily. Panda still sitting at level 2, has 150 mana, needs to be able to push back off to the north, as a guard tower finishes off a Moonwell. All right, Ancient of War still training up more and more archers. Is it going to be enough? That is the big question right there. Breath of Fire finishing off another peasant there. Drunken Brawler getting in a critical strike hit, as the Panda now looks to back up again. Panda still has good amount of mana. Archers, however, need to run for the hills again, as the Panda unable to provide the necessary cover fire, as the footmen are now pushing back. Panda still looking to pull back here. Are we going to be able to engage? Dust of Appearance not able to find here. Archmage, Potion of Invulnerability used in time. Panda now needs to head back off to the north. Archers, will they be able to regroup here again, as there is still only one guard tower operational? Back down to the south, Warden is going to rejoin in on the fight. Warden sitting at level 3, level 2 Fan of Knives, basically almost taking down all the peasants in that one quick volley, and that's going to be a quick change in terms of mana, as the Panda should be able to get off another Breath of Fire here in just a moment. Archers need to head back behind all of these units here. You can see another Clarity Potion being used by both the Warden and the Panda, and time is not on the Night Elf side. Footmen with mass defend, pushing up against archers. Without huntresses, those footmen are just that much more powerful, as the Warden and the Panda working neck and or side by side to try and finish off all of these units. All right, is another fan of knives going to be enough to finish off some units? There you go. There you go. As more units are falling here, Warden getting very, very low on mana. So is the Panda. That is going to be a problem. No mana means no additional mass area effects. As you see, the footmen are now trying to push back again. Warden, Panda now need to push through once more. As you can see, the damage is starting to hit. It does take down one of the towers, as all the units are going to be retreating once again. 23 over 10 supply. No more ways to use any more abilities. The Panda needs to perhaps head to the very, very back, heal back up. Potion of healing is available, as you see that the water elemental is going to end up getting taken down. Archer trying to stay alive, unable to do so. Meanwhile, back off to the north, Archmage, is it going to fall to the Warden? No, it is not. Archmage escapes at 14 hit points. Healing Scroll of Regeneration and Clarity Potion used at just the right moment. Breath of Fire, however, Panda trying to finish off more and more of these units again. Panda needs to get perhaps a Potion of Mana in order to get more mana once again, perhaps using this off over here. There's a Breath of Fire, removing the healing from the Archmage. Archmage is now down to 86 hit points. Potion of Mana could do it. Potion of Healing would be extremely helpful, as the engagement now once again going strong. Moonwell heals back up that Panda. Panda does have a lot to use. Are we going to perhaps see some detonation? There goes one detonation. There goes another, as the Panda, if it gets to level 3, all bets are off on who's going to win. Breath of Fire, level 3 now on the Panda. Level 2 Breath of Fire is going to actually spell a lot of problems once more. All right. Warden trying to be resurrected. Panda without mana. What is it can really do? Breath of Fire finishes off another footman there, as the damage is starting to slowly add back up. Is the Panda going to be the MVP of this fight? That is the major question, as there is a Potion of Mana ready to go. All right, there's a Potion of Mana. Breath of Fire takes down another tower. Panda still at 120 some odd mana, still looking to perhaps do something. Archmage knows that that Breath of Fire is absolutely, absolutely deadly. As you take a look at where all the units are trying to go, Panda still has another Breath of Fire in him, as the Arcane Tower, well, is currently under fire. All right, where are the remaining archers? Where are these remaining units? I still do not know. Guard tower off over here. Breath of Fire finishes it off again. Panda doing a great job, but is it going to be able to survive the next oncoming onslaught? Potion of healing and Clarity Potion. Let's see if it's going to be enough. Panda, losing the Clarity Potion because of a water elemental. Mass repairs now underway, trying to stay alive. Is it going to work? Is the Warden going to be able to make its way back out? That is the big question right now. Panda sitting at 63 mana. Every bit of mana absolutely helps right now, as the Wisp does get taken down. All right, a little bit more attack coming away. Archmage being forced to retreat. Water Elemental is not going to be able to do enough damage to finish off this Altar of Elders, as it is getting repaired, as a Breath of Fire hits across more units again. Panda still sitting at level 3, 10 mana ready left, as the Warden is now down, or Warden is almost back out. Is the repairs going to be enough? It looks like it will be enough just in time. And where's the Warden? There it goes. Warden is now out. Shadow Strike, no, does not go down on the Archmage. Fan of Knives does go out, though, as the Warden, remember, only has level 1 Shadow Strike, not level 2. Would not have been enough to able to finish off the Archmage. Panda still back out. Let's see. Circle of Nobility using those Moonwells to the best of their effectiveness. Ancient of War still absorbing a lot of damage, as the Panda and the Warden both extremely low on hit points and mana. Both of them absorbing a lot of damage here. Let's see, are they going to go after that Archmage? Warden now dangerously low, down to 43 hit points. Needs to run away, and it looks like it is going to end up surviving just barely at 48 hit points. Potion of Healing once again back on that Warden. Long drawn out fight. Potion of Healing was used in time. Shadow Strike onto the Archmage. Archmage is going to be able to get away. Let's take a look at this. Damage is starting to slowly trickle through. Potion of Healing was used in time, as the Warden is chasing after the Archmage. Warden level 3 going after Siphon Mana, now coming across the Warden. Blood Mage joining in on the fight, and well, this is just a game of micro, as the heroes are now being forced to pull back again. 17 supply compared to 22. Both sides not having much of an army. The Altar of Elders is completely gone. The Ancient of War is gone as well, as the units are now looking to just pull back. Is this going to actually work out? Is it possible? Panda, Breath of Fire onto the Blood Mage. Blood Mage says, you know what? you have pretty much no more anything. If you had a Demon Hunter to perhaps shut down, things would be a little bit different. All right, still trying to chase down those units. Again, all those towers, not very much of anything. Warden still chasing after there. More damage being absorbed as a potion of healing used in time. Panda down to 122 hit points, needs to escape. Is he going to get choked up on a sheep? Well, nope, not quite yet, as the Archmage is trying to, well, 3 water elemental here his way out of this bad situation. All right, selling some items, sold the Circlet of Nobility. Panda buys an item, Breath of Fire, but not going to be enough. 3 water elementals are going to take the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Didn't think I could talk that fast, but that was a great, great game indeed. Wow. Leave comments. Let me know how you liked it. The Warden, unable to shut down the Archmage. Archmage knew that he could pressure because there was no mana burn, and those water elementals and Footmen with the Fen. Without a Huntress Hall, well, you just never got Huntresses to try and counter those Footmen with the Fen. And even then, the water elementals were at level 2, and with plenty of mana from the shop, there's not much you can do. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.